My name is Jacinta Kingori. I'm coming to you from P.C.E.A. Wedani Parish, and our discussion of today will be psychological wellness during the COVID-19 pandemic. We are noting that this year, Guild Week is being celebrated in unfamiliar circumstances due to COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of things have changed, and we have found ourselves in unfamiliar circumstances. Just to note that jobs have been lost, businesses have been closed, and families have lost livelihoods. Culture has not been spared either. We can no longer greet each other, we can no longer visit our parents, we can no longer mourn our loved ones. Families have been thrown to financial instability. This has created a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of anger, frustration, and sometimes even boredom. Statistics have it that domestic violence within the families have increased. Today, we intend to look at the coping mechanisms that the family can use during this time of COVID-19 pandemic in order to stay afloat. One, we need to separate what we are in control of from what we cannot control. There are very many things that we can control ourselves as families. For example, we can make a decision on the meals that we are going to cook. We can make a decision on how we are going to spend our money, our time. We can make a decision on the hygiene practices that we are going to adopt. So let us just take what we can be able to take control of. Once we do this, we shall feel in control of our lives. Otherwise, if we concentrate on things that we cannot be able to control, for example, the time you get home in the evening, it's because of the curfew. That one may not be possible because that one is being controlled from elsewhere. Secondly, we need to take time off the COVID issue. We should not give a lot of attention to the news concerning COVID-19. For example, we are not supposed to sit there, for example, for 24 hours watching the news on COVID-19. We can take our minds off to avoid overload of information. For children, we have to take care of them very seriously. Once they get a lot of negative information, they are bound to develop anxiety because they have not yet developed psychological structures to deal with very traumatic events or traumatic information. We can take time out, probably take a walk, or probably involve ourselves in a discussion within the family, probably pick a topic of choice. Even those very young children, they still have something to offer. They still contribute at their level. Thirdly, we can create a routine or a schedule for the family, including the time different tasks will be done and when meals are going to be taken. If you're working from home, you do a schedule whereby you assume that you are working from the office. Wake up in the morning, prepare breakfast, and then settle down to work. If you're not working from home, do a schedule for yourself and for the children. This will avoid a situation whereby some members of the family are going to sleep while others are waking up. Let's have scheduled meals such that if it is lunchtime, everybody is on the table enjoying the meal, and that way we are able to monitor what every member is doing. In case you are working from home, schedule yourself like you are working from your workplace. Wake up in the morning, prepare your breakfast, and structure the day as if you are working from your workplace. If you are not working from home, give yourself tasks and schedule your responsibilities and tasks every day. And make sure that children also have something to do. Get to know what the children are doing. There's very small houses that we have may contain a world of activities. It is important that we know what they are doing and we engage them, since we know that idle mind is the devil's workshop. The next thing that we need to do is to take some time, to take one day at a time. Try to stay in the present. Tomorrow has not come. There is nothing that we can change about yesterday, but we have today. So let's live for the day so that we feel control of our lives. We also need to stay connected to the positive circles. Make sure that you have few friends or relatives who are very close and who can check on you every day. You may not need to meet physically, but you can use social groups like WhatsApp and avoid separation from with your children. I know some people took their children home after the outbreak of the coronavirus, but that was not the best thing to do. The children will develop anxiety once they are away from their parents. They develop a lot of anger, they develop a lot of anxiety because they worry about what the parents are going through. They may look very sober during the day, praying about, but when they retire in the evening, they suffer a lot of pain and worry. So we need to stay with our children, especially during this time. They need our presence, they need our assurance. We also need to engage our children in discussions regardless of age. Even those young, very children, they have something that they can offer. A topic of choice or of interest, they will contribute at their own level. Lastly, we need to pay attention to the check engine light. We need to check our feelings. Are we experiencing a lot of anger? Are we experiencing a lot of bitterness? And especially when the life has been disrupted the way it has been disrupted, and there is loss of livelihood. As I conclude, I want to say this: stress destroys life, it destroys relationships, it destroys destiny. Let's try to stay psychologically healthy as we remember that God has taken care of us in the past, and even today, He is still in control. Thank you, viewers, for listening. Thank you.